back, everyone, to another episode. We are here for another episode of everyone's favorite place to be on a Wednesday morning. Where else would you rather be on the internet on a Wednesday morning, Brandon? But right here at Practice, the show.
You know, everyone says new year, new you, but I don't believe that. I believe in new year, better you. That's why I'm super pumped about 2026. You don't need to reinvent yourself. You need to build on what you've already started. Small upgrades, small improvements in your habits, skills, and mindset can compound fast. So 2026 is going to be about consistency, leverage, and building smarter systems. The tools are better, the opportunities are bigger. This is the year to move with intention. So let's make 2026 the year that you become the best version of who you already are. Stick with us tonight as Brandon and I talk about what we are building for 2026 on Pitch Practice, the show. My name is Mark, proud ClickFunnels ambassador. And okay.
You all right? You making it? You gonna do it? You all right over there?
The mental marketer and the private Facebook group Funnel Building 101. I teach the newest art and science of funnel building to help content creators sell other people's stuff.
Brandon here, Chief Business Strategist with Brandon Growth Strategies. Here to take your brand to the next level locally. Fix any leaks that you have in your sales funnel and just make sure you're just hooked up properly and you're not missing any leads. That's what I do. Systems and processes in place to make running your business fun instead of a job.
Awesome. I kind of tripped up there a little bit. I kind of, maybe I can, you can forgive me a little bit there. When you changed your name, Brandon, I got a little tongue-tied there because I added the additional thing on there, right? I just drew a blank. What's going on?
Nothing. What's going on with you?
It's a new year, man. It's a new year.
First episode of the year. It's a new year. The sharks are swimming, if you know what I mean. I don't know how many ads you've seen for all of the shiny objects and the courses and the make money in 2026 ads, but they're out in full force. It's one of the things we want to talk about tonight, to mind your wallet when it comes to those get rich quick schemes things and all the gurus.
Yeah, I don't know. What have you been seeing?
Iman Gadzhi, I think, is the latest one I've seen. He has a AI thing coming out this Sunday. Onyx Singal, I think he has something he's been pushing. Just trying to think.
There's an AI business summit I've seen coming up. I've seen Russell Brunson's face on there.
Yeah, I saw that. There's that.
It looks AI generated. So I'm wondering, is he actually going to show up, or are we looking at AI generated copy of Russell that shows up?
Who knows? But I've seen the ad. I don't know where it's at, or where it's being hosted, or even how much it costed. No, it's a virtual thing. So I don't know where it's where and when it's going to be. Again, just trying to keep my head down, man, and out of the shiny objects. Like, as tempting as these offers are to buy, just gotta be smart about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that we'll have to do it live later because I don't think you got the connection going inside the group. It did its thing. So welcome to 2026. Welcome to 2026. Yeah, so I've seen some of that too. Um, I just see a huge, not that it wasn't, you know, moving towards AI before, but I've seen a lot of more posting just talking about AI and systems, courses, learnings. Um, it could be because I've been posting about it too. So and then sometimes your algorithm's going to bring you stuff that once you look at something and you show some interest in it, it's going to keep bringing that to you. So I can't say if that's what everybody is seeing out there, but I know I'm seeing it too. I haven't seen what you're talking about with the Iman Gotzi though. I've still been seeing more of maybe I think it's time. What we're the 7th now, so I think we're kind of past the Happy New Year's. You know, that Happy New Year's has worn off a little bit.
Mhm.
So I think we got past those posts, and I think, I think I've been seeing just a lot more. And I think I've been delving deep into some of these AI tools that the big players have been releasing lately. And I think we're going to talk a little bit about one of those today, which we've both had some experience with, and we've been talking about it a little bit behind the scenes. But we didn't talk. I don't think we talked much about it last week when we touched on AI, and then I also, I finished not 100%, but I think last week's episode we touched on our summary for 2025, and then I talked about the 10 best ways to leverage AI in 2026. But I do have a complete free report that I completed. If you want that. That is AI Tool Stack. You can comment under my video and you'll get it sent to you. But we didn't talk about it that much last week, but I think we're going to get into a little bit more about the Notebook LM. And not just the Notebook LM, but Google has an entire suite of AI powered products that they've been kind of dripping out slowly lately. And I know you've been noticing them too, right?
Yeah, I mean, Notebook LM isn't even new. Like, it's been around for a few years now, and it was kind of one of like their hidden gems. Like, there's so much that Google really isn't putting out there that you just kind of have to find, which is crazy because I think some of their stuff is pretty good. As much as I despise Google for a lot of their business practices and how they treat the freemium users, so to speak, with how much data they steal, and how much ads that they shove into your Gmail account now. The paid stuff's pretty good. So I mean, I recommend Workspace as far as for a paid thing. But Gemini and Gemini Pro with Nano Banana is fantastic. And I heard of Notebook LM, but I never really paid attention to it till I saw that one reel that I sent over your way, as far as like tech stacking for and finding an easy way to come up with content creation. We won't give it all away here because I'm not going to give away the guy's secret, and I'm not going to give away my secret of what I'm doing. But as far as finding the content, pseudo stealing it, hacking it, I guess it's more we're stealing. I'm not going to sugarcoat
it. It's only stealing if it's word for word. So
all right. So, in any case, repurposing other people's content. Let's be real about it. There's nothing new under the sun. Anything you're learning now has been taught for hundreds of years before. So is it really proprietary at this point in time? Most likely not. Every marketing tactic and technique has already been done, from painting on a wall to having a piece of paper in your hand. So that being said, don't think it's unethical, but just know that it's going to happen to you as well.
Yeah, yeah. You're gonna get when you become that. When you're putting out good stuff, then people are going to model you too. Have you ever? Have you ever? Have you ever caught someone modeling your stuff, Brandon?
Yes, I have actually,
Hmm.
and I wasn't too happy about it because he ripped my funnel off all the way down to my Facebook pixel, and I found it when I got into my Facebook. Um, when I got into my Facebook account, it said there's another domain sending traffic to my pixel, and I'm like, what domain is sending traffic to my pixel? So I put it in, and it popped up, and it was like, that SOB. He copied my funnel.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You mean so he even kept? Wait a minute. So he probably maybe got a version, but kept the Facebook pixel in the background.
Yeah, he like whatever program was out there that allowed you to rip off ClickFunnels 1.0 funnels and copy them over to whatever he was using. I don't even know what he was using on the back end to host his funnel. It even copied my Facebook pixel. Crazy thing was I don't think he was really even using it. So, I think it was for my Google Business Profile lead magnet.
Mm.
So, yeah.
So he had your funnel, but he was probably collecting leads on the back end, which of course you weren't collecting the leads because that page wasn't connected to your your autoresponder, but he probably had some way to collect leads, but it was just the page that it was completely not completely ripped from you. Okay.
Yeah, he ripped the page and it included the pixel on it and all the coding and whatever else was in there. And
yeah, you know what though? I'm gonna tell you, I've had some of my stuff ripped off before, and they were some blog posts. But I think, after I did a little bit of investigation, I think there's a software out there that they used to kind of scrape the internet for certain videos. So they ripped it off, but it was bringing traffic to my site, and they left my links there. It was crazy. So my referral links, my affiliate links were there, and I was like, this is not my domain, but thank you very much.
well, there you go. If they're dumb enough to do that.
Yeah, thank you very much for sending me some extra traffic to my links here. I'm like, okay. But I think that is what do they say? They say, what is it? It's the biggest form of flattery. What is that? Copying is the biggest form of flattery. So if someone wants to copy you, it's kind of you can be torn. It's like, man, it sucks that they've ripped off my stuff. But then, hey, I guess they think it's that good that they want this, what I have for themselves as well. So that's crazy. But we were talking about Notebook LM.
Yeah. So
and then you were talking about the guy's strategy.
Yeah. So the guy's strategy, obviously, find content that's good. Repurpose it, use AI, yada yada yada, and then throw it in a Notebook LM. And there's on the web version, you can do some pretty cool things. On the mobile version, not so much. But on the web version, like you can make a video, you can make a slideshow, all that kind of stuff. It's like, no, that isn't cool. You can't do that. And I did it. We'll watch the video that popped up here. But it's like 8 minutes long. So I don't know if you want to waste 8 minutes doing it, but I meant to post it on my page, but I never got around to doing it. But I thought it was pretty cool.
Right. And There is the option there to did you see the podcast?
No,
You didn't see the podcast?
I got the notification. I didn't listen to it. I'm a terrible friend. I know.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not saying that, but it's just an option. It's crazy. You can create a podcast from you can create a podcast from a post. You can create a podcast from a video. I think what I really learned about Notebook LM as I was diving deeper into it, it's like a research paper. So you gather all your sources on one particular topic, whether it might be documents that you own, blog posts, YouTube videos. You feed that into Notebook LM and use it as sources. And you could tell Notebook LM to utilize all the sources that I'm uploading to create a summary article. And then you can have it summarized and use it's kind of like what we used to do by by going to the library and looking up actual sources, Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
And we would look up actual sources, but we would actually cite those sources in our work. Except now, I don't think they're citing sources. They're just creating a complete summary. But once you do that, then you have a few outputs that you can turn it into a PDF, a lead magnet, and a 2-person podcast. You know what I thought? I said, let's make a podcast talking about podcasts, talking about podcasts. You can literally do that, because I was like, okay, let me give it all of, like, let's give it about 25 episodes of pitch practice to summarize. And then have Notebook LM make a podcast of our podcast.
I probably could do that.
You can do it.
Here, I'll go ahead and share what Notebook LM looks like.
All right, yeah, because it's pretty amazing, because they talk about making PDFs from podcasts, but now you can do it the opposite way. But this just makes me wonder about what different options that this opens up. We'll talk about that, but let's take a look at your screen here, okay?
Yeah, is it up? Yeah. All right. So this is Notebook LM. Like, you can go to Google and just type in Notebook LM, and there's probably 100 videos talking about exactly what it is. And it looks complicated and complex to use, but it's really not. So you create a notebook, and then you add your sources to it. And then
I believe you can add up to 50 sources.
Okay. And then you can search for new web sources here if you want to add to it. Fast research, try deep research for more in-depth report of the sources. But this was the source that I put in there, and this was the information that I gleaned from a video talking about doing roofing leads in 2026. And if you saw my post that I made earlier,
you know what? I saw you post a graph, and you know what? I saw that graph, and I said, you made that in Notebook LM, didn't you?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a Notebook LM logo right there at the bottom right-hand corner, which kind of made me mad.
Oh, there was? I didn't even notice the logo, but I saw the graphic, and I said, very nicely done, Brandon. Very nicely done. Yep, that's it. Yeah. That's it. So, very, very nicely done, though. But I was like, Brandon didn't do that. He got Notebook LM to do that. It's just amazing what you can have done in just minutes now. What would that have taken you to complete before Notebook LM?
I mean, doing this in Canva, I don't know, probably 30, 45 minutes maybe.
Hmm.
Trying to find all the right icons and just getting them to look right, and all that kind of stuff. So, and like this drawing here, like I don't know how I would have found this, right? But but yeah, it tags it watermarks, which makes me mad because I'm paying for the pro version of it. Like nothing should be watermarked.
I did
But,
not notice. I did not notice the watermark. I have to say that.
so yeah, so I did the infographic there. Because I think I also turned this into a blog post as well. We'll get into, but the MCP is kind of messing up when it comes to actually creating a blog post. The final thing isn't mobile friendly at all. We're figuring that out, but regardless, that's a tangent there. But I had it create 2 videos, an explainer and another one here with a little bit more like prompting to it. So the second one's shorter than the first one. But these are things you can do, like audio overview. So this is the podcast, right? So you do the audio overview, it'll generate a podcast. You do that, just upload it to Spotify or whatever, and it's done. Then you have the video overview, mind map, report, generate a report. So this is your lead magnet right here.
Hmm.
Quiz. I don't know what kind of quiz you could use, but
Oh,
as far as like, um, I don't know, you can do a quiz, which can help you with a quiz funnel
no,
to get to that.
well, I'll tell you, just sorry to interrupt, but when I saw someone using it and I saw the uses of Notebook LM, and when we were talking about it, and I said, this is exactly the way we used to study before. We'd have to get all these sources. Well, if you're needing to learn the material and you put it in here, you can ask it to create quizzes. So just to test you so that you know the information. And I believe the podcast is sick, Brandon. Let me tell you what makes it sick. When you do the podcast, there's an interactive podcast. And
Mhm.
as the 2 podcasters are talking, you can interrupt and you can say, hey, it'll stop. It'll say, hey, jump on in with us. And you ask a question, and then they will go on to answer your question. It's crazy.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's the interactive podcast.
Where is that here in the studio? Like, am I not seeing it, or is it somewhere else?
Okay, so here's you want to stop showing your screen and I'm going to tell you somewhere else to go.
Sure.
All right, you know how in the Chrome browser when you click your icon up at the top and you see all of your Google apps, find Notebook LM up there, and then that'll take you to the home spot. And there you're going to see some example Notebook LMs that others have created. Choose one of those, and then those are full examples. I think they have multiple sources that have already been created, and then some of them already have the podcast generated. Are you there?
I'm there, but I don't have that. I just have all my notebooks. And so I don't have any demo notebooks. I just have 2 untitled notebooks.
Oh, you don't?
No.
All right, hold on 1 second. That's surprising.
Unless they took that away, because
Okay, hold on. Let me see here. Yeah, when you scroll down, you'll see Notebook LM. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, you know what? I can share mine
sure, go ahead.
if you want to take a look. All right, hold on. All right. So yours doesn't look like this.
No,
You don't have the featured notebook section.
no. 'Cause
Yeah,
I have the pro version because I'm on my workspace.
okay. All right. Yeah. So these are some of the featured notebooks for people that have already created notebooks. Let me see here. Which one do you want to take a look at?
I don't care.
Let me see.
Just pick one. It don't matter.
Okay.
As
Oh, this
long as
one's
it has
good.
it.
Oh, this one's good. Parenting advice for the digital age. All right. So if you're still watching this, right? So yeah, you see, this is a much more just a super robust notebook LM that they've created. And it looks like most of the sources here are from a particular person that wrote a book. This person, I guess, Dr. Nessie, and our Substack newsletter. Here are, and oh yeah, it looks like 21 sources. And then here are the outputs over here. These outputs give an in-depth visual. There's a briefing doc, how to get the most out of this notebook. And then here is that that podcast.
Oh, well, I have that. That's just the audio overview.
Yeah, audio overview, which is the podcast. Hold on. Nope. Well, okay, maybe you're right. Okay, that's a fact. So maybe this one doesn't have the podcast. Let me try another one. Let me try another one here. I don't think that one. There's a study guide. Hold on. Let me find one that has secrets of the super ages. Okay. Huh. Where am I missing? Maybe it's this one. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, there it is right there. Audio overview. So let's listen to the audio overview.
Yeah, so I just hovered over. It says generate
Exactly.
an AI.
And when someone's
podcast-based
anemic, that
resources.
area can look paler because
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the podcast.
Okay.
You hear it? Hold on. Okay, something's going on with the sound. Okay, but this, oh, so that is the audio overview is the podcast. Did you do an audio overview for yours?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, so here, let's just go back to sharing. We'll just share.
You want to share yours?
Yeah, we'll just
Okay.
share what it is.
All right, give me a second here. Uh-oh, what happened? Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah, okay, so you're creating it. Okay.
Yeah, so right now I just clicked it to create it. I didn't do any prompting. So like you can prompt it to tell it exactly how you want the deal to be. So you can format a deep dive, brief, critique, debate, English, short, default, long, things to try, focus on a specific source. So depending on how many sources you have, specific topic, target, specific audience. So, that's how you can kind of make it like perfect for how you want to see what kind of output you're going to get. But I just clicked audio overview and see what it comes back with. And maybe I'll finally get back to publishing on my podcast because I've been on a little bit of a hiatus with that. But no, I mean, that's cool. So
I think you can also change the voices too, because I think there's a standard. Okay. And are you going to show us the overview, video overview?
Yeah, we'll watch a couple minutes of it here. So
All right, today we are building the future of your roofing business. We're talking about a lead system that's actually designed for 2026. Look, if you're just tired of that constant battle for new jobs, you are absolutely in the right place. So let me ask you this right now. Is your lead system built for what's coming? Because let's be real, getting leads today, it is a whole different ballgame than it was even just a couple years back. The storms aren't as reliable, the ads cost a fortune, and your customers, they are way, way smarter. So first, let's just face the new reality head on. I'm going to break down the 4 big shifts happening in the market right now. The ones that are making all those old, reliable ways of getting leads feel like they're just, well, running on empty. Okay, problem number 1, and this is a big one. Google is changing. You've probably seen it, that new AI overview. It answers questions right there at the top of the page. So think about it. If a homeowner asks something and your online info is kind of weak, Google just answers them directly. They might never even click on your website. Poof, you're invisible, and you didn't even know it happened. All right, problem number 2. You know this one. The pricing question. It comes up immediately. Homeowners want to know, how much is this going to cost me right out of the gate? And if your website or your team tries to dodge that question, it doesn't make you look professional. It just kills trust, and they're going to click away to someone who's upfront about it. And this one, well, you're probably feeling this one in your wallet. Ad costs are just going through the roof, pun intended, especially for things like Google's local service ads. We're talking increases of 20, even 40% in busy metro areas. Why? Because every roofer is flooding the market, fighting for the exact same clicks. Just throwing money at ads, it's just not going to work for much longer. And last but not least, homeowners are doing their homework like never before. Seriously, they aren't just glancing at 1 or 2 reviews anymore. Oh no, they are digging deep. They're looking at your warranties, checking your project timelines, scrolling through photos of your past work. They're vetting your entire reputation before they'd ever even think about picking up the phone. So what does all this mean? It means you just can't rely on one thing anymore. Relying only on storm leads or just on ads, that's not going to cut it. The real solution for 2026 and beyond is to build a true system. And that solution is what we call a multi-path lead system.
All right, that's it. If you want more, you're going to have to reach out to me. We'll talk about it.
That literally built an ad for you just from copy and paste.
Yeah,
it literally built a webinar with slides for you. It literally did.
8 minutes there, and the slides aren't half bad for what they are. So you know what I'm thinking as that was going. I was like doing the whole live presentation deal with the 3 biggest mistakes. Like,
put that in there.
I might just throw that in there and have them do it, and then I'll make that my auto webinar. But I'll still go live and make the presentation myself, just so I can practice it, so I can do it in like real life, because I did have success with it, at least one time. So I figured I could do it again. But that 3 biggest mistake presentation is pretty solid, and if I can put that in there and then have that generated, oh man, and then I throw that in the funnel, like crazy.
That's crazy that this Notebook LM generated this and like while we were waiting right here, and
well, no, this was generated a couple days ago. I didn't generate that just now. That actually took some time. I said it and then I left. I don't even know how long it took, but it was spinning for a minute to generate this 10-minute video. So, or 8-minute video.
Yeah.
But,
now we're going to get to the place where if we don't have our webinar slides in a minute, it's going to be like, it's taking forever. It's like we're going to go to this point where, it was like, okay, if I could get these webinar slides done, and should I be up all night doing these webinar slides? But now it's going to be to the point where if I don't have them done in like 5 minutes, it's like, what's taking so long, right?
Welcome to the deep dive.
Here's the podcast.
Today, we're grabbing the blueprints for what is probably one of the toughest challenges for any local service business right now.
For sure.
And that's reliably generating high-quality leads in, the 2026 market. We're zeroing in on roofing specifically, but honestly, these strategies apply right across the board.
They really do. I mean, the old way of doing business is just, it's broken. Contractors can't survive just waiting for the next big hailstorm anymore.
Or relying on one single, really expensive lead channel.
Exactly. Generating that reliable lead is just so much harder and way more expensive than it was even 3 or 4 years ago. The rules have completely changed, and you need a system that adapts to the modern customer who's, hyper informed.
That's the mission right here. We're moving past the scramble, past those unreliable storm leads that just vanish,
Right.
and past the soaring costs of paid traffic. So we've synthesized a comprehensive blueprint to build a multi-path lead engine, one that's designed to capture the homeowner who does serious, deep research before they even think about picking up the phone.
And if we set the stage for why the shift is so necessary, I think 2 things jump out immediately. First, you have Google's really aggressive push with its AI overview. That just disrupts
A
everything.
total game changer.
And second, the unrelenting rising costs of every competitive channel out there, especially local service ads or LSAs. I mean, if you're relying on just one channel today, you are already losing.
Look, I mean, that's crazy. Like, mindful. What have I been doing in the entire 2025? Sitting on my thumbs, like just like not taking advantage of this stuff. Like, it's just, oh my God, idiot.
That's what I was saying. I was like, let's make a podcast with them talking about our podcast.
We'll have to do that. We will have to do that just for the heck of it, and then that will be the episode. We'll just sit and listen to it talk the entire time.
Is that and what is that insane? And it's like, and they're actually talking about what you wrote, and they are having a pretty good conversation about it.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell it's synthesized a little bit, but
you can, but you can change the voices too.
I won't mess around with that too much, but it does sound a lot better, I will say, and this is not to knock Magnetic Marketing or anything like that, but the latest edition for the Gold Members podcast was 100% AI done, and it sounded horrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
Right.
it's typically an interview between Marty Fort and Dan Kennedy, but this one was like AI generated with Russell's voice and Dan Kennedy's voice, and it didn't sound right. I mean, the pacing was off. Like, it didn't sound anything like this. So it made me very upset to listen to that.
But think about the possibilities with this. As you're writing a blog and you could provide some additional user content, paywall, that's a podcast summary, just additional content that is not available, or it's an add-on. Hey, you want to listen to this, or do you want to listen to them discuss this? And you just throw it in there and let the AI create a discussion about your paperwork. You know how ClickFunnels does have that ability to have a private podcast, like a members only podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Just thinking about what this could be used for, or even have it as an additional bonus. Like, let's say on the YouTube channel, we talk on a podcast, and then, hey, listen to us summarize the podcast after the podcast, right?
Or I'm thinking, like, for course creation, that video, like, I just finished the Business Growth Accelerator course. I think I'm still tweaking it as far as like the extras and the bonuses go with it. But for every one of those lessons, like, I'd have to go back through all of my chats, and I don't know if it would be able to take the code from it or not, or if it would need the I don't know how I would do it, but I would need to get that text and those concepts into Notebook LM to create the specific videos for each course and then put that up there.
Right, right. Or think about it. You're an author and you wrote a book. Throw the book inside Notebook LM. And then what you do is you have a free plus shipping, but then you have an online course that accompanies the book, and you give that as like bonus material, bonus content of maybe chapters, maybe a discussion, a lively discussion of each chapter as a bonus inside of a membership area when they buy the book. Man, just thinking about the possibilities and what this can be used for. And the best thing about Notebook LM is that you've got the workspace, but it's free. This is just a free tool on Google.
Yep, and we don't know how much quote unquote credit you get with it. I don't even know how much credit I get with the pro version to do all this generation and synthesizing, but I'll do what I can to max it out until they kick me off of it. But yeah, so like even with you talking about the book, like I have my Profit Secrets book. I probably need to throw in here and all that kind of good stuff to create either an audio overview of it or the video overview of it, and use it as some type of lead magnet. And like if you pair this, I know it's kind of crazy with Voomly, to where you can do video funnels, to where it's like, all right, this roofing lead source, I showed the first 2 minutes and 30 something seconds of it.
Mm-hmm.
You put in an opt-in deal right there when it's just about ready to get into the meat and potatoes of the video to get the system. Dude, like how many emails are you going to get doing that?
Bro, that literally could be an ad. That could literally be an ad.
It could be an ad, or it could be, well, the end of it isn't the ad, right? But the end of it isn't an ad. It does just do a full explainer of like what the system is, things like that. But to get the system, like you got to put the email address in to finish the video. And I know you can do that with Voomly. And so that's probably going to be my next thing that I do over the weekend, and test that out and run like $10 to it. Free video. Like I'll do a video ad for the video, and then go from there. We'll figure it out. But like there's just mind's racing right now, and hopefully this doesn't cause analysis paralysis. It's like I got to do so many different things. It's like, all right, it's just too much for me to do right now. It's an elephant. I just put an elephant right here on my desk, and I got to figure out how to cut it up and eat it, and do all these things.
I'm surprised you didn't know about all those features.
I mean, like I knew about it, but it wasn't part of the main thing. And Grant says, keep the main thing the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was dealing with so many other different things, you're trying to figure out stuff that could potentially work. Like I know I'm passing up on these tools that really could have worked. And as I was like learning this stuff and like seeing these reels and videos and things like that of like people doing it, I was like, oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I do that? And I'm thankful for that guy coming up on my feed. Now I see his freaking reels every other reel now, that he's giving away that free content, and it takes you to a landing page with a whole bunch of different links for tools and stuff, which is great. But it really isn't to detract you from, again, keeping the main thing, and not falling into that shiny object syndrome, and not falling into the next guru course or anything like that. And I mean, that's one thing that I don't want to end up as and be seen as like this guru that just sells the info products, because that's not me. Like you can't get rich quick. None of this stuff here is about getting rich quick. It's just about leveraging
The
the tools
Yeah.
that allow you to do the marketing that's been done for eons, that isn't going away, and making the best of it. Like these AI videos are great, but eventually it's just gonna be a fad and it's gonna fade away. Just so leverage them now, get on them for the bubble burst. But when that bubble bursts, you got to have that foundation behind you, knowing what the heck to do. And
Absolutely. Absolutely.
you know, at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Yeah, and that's the main reason behind my 10 best ways to leverage AI. Because AI is just not about creating these clones of yourself and other people. There are many different ways to leverage AI. And when you talk about the fad and all of the, the creating these videos and models, that's just one way to use AI. I described the 10 ways that I'll be using AI, not as just, that is one way as a personal assistant to aid, but then there's also the automation portion of it, the research, the idea generation. And I went over the entire 10 ways as the customer acquisition tool. We talked about that. Leveraging AI to generate, we'll stop missing calls, conversations AI, use AI as your personal assistant, which is to handle those tasks that, so you can keep it, your phone's monitored 24/7. So if someone calls you and you miss a call and it hangs up and you call it right back, what are you going to tell them? Dude, you need to get an AI receptionist.
Yeah, I got to figure that out. I haven't looked into that. Again, it's another one of those shiny objects there. It's going to probably be a good tool, but again, you keep buying all these tools, you're going to go broke.
Yeah.
So that's something to look into. I mean, it's a great tactic, but I gotta figure that out. But when it does come to the AI, and we mentioned last week, conversations AI is the bee's knees for what it is. Like, in fact, I was thinking of a partnership because I saw somebody running ads for video ads to service-based businesses. Like, oh well, I don't do that. That's gonna be a good partnership opportunity. So I just reached out to him, sent him a message on Facebook. It's like, hey, I caught your ad. Might have something for you that could potentially work. Yada yada yada. He's like, what is it? Type deal. So I just called him up, and I told him, it was like, hey, you do ads, but do you do middle bottom of funnel? Because that video ads are top of funnel for the most part. And he was like, no, the biggest problem that these service businesses have is like the ads are good and they're working, they're getting all these calls and they can't handle them. I was like, well, dude, like you need to be pushing this tool, and we'll figure out a cut, split, whatever. And hopefully, fingers crossed he buys into it, and then, we can pass leads back and forth. I know somebody looking for video ads, I send them his way, and then, I sell them the conversation to AI on the back end of it, and vice versa. So, there's so many different ways and opportunities to make money in any space with any tool. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Not just using AI as a clone to clone yourself, but using AI, as we demoed tonight, to create slide decks. Oh my gosh, create slide decks with an audio overview that can literally be used as either an ad or a webinar, or a weekly automated webinar. That was an amazing presentation. And just not getting the shiny object syndrome too, but utilizing the tools, and still a lot of AI cloning out there. I've still kind of resisted. I've done some AI. I've tried some AI, some photo shoots. I've fed it some images of me to try to. I actually used one of those images for a page. I showed you, right?
It didn't look anything like you. You used a bad one. You didn't use a good one. You got to get like Nano Banana, dude.
Yeah, but that was Chat GPT.
Mhm.
So just so you know, that was Chat GPT. Definitely need to use one of the other the other models for character consistency. I did see, you know what? Man, I remember us talking about this probably a year ago and being able to spot an AI clone just like that. But I'm going to tell you, Brandon, it takes a little more work to spot them now.
The videos are getting better. I mean, you can still tell the AI slop is out there. It's proliferating. I watched a video today of a hawk in its nest, and it broke an egg, and then somebody gave it another egg, and it turned out to be a chicken. And the hawk and the chicken, were like parent and child type deal. It was stupid.
But you know those are.
Yeah,
I mean,
those
are obvious.
The hilarious ones are the Bigfoots. Those are hilarious, Bigfoot videos. But the ones that get me are onyx and gulls.
No, yeah. If you've seen Christine Morel, I know you've seen Christine Morel. And
I've seen some of hers, and Pixeled Cat. I saw one of her videos today where she said she did an ad for Christine, and it was actually pretty good. It was like one of the better ones I've seen her put out there, to where all of the people were consistent for the most part. Christine was a little bit off on a couple of the scenes, but at least her image.
It didn't quite look like her, but it was still consistently not looking like her.
But it was consistently looking like Cat, which was cool, because like at least the main character part of the ad was good, and I thought it was interesting. Pacing is a little bit off, and that's where you can kind of tell it's AI. Like the pacing just isn't quite there yet, but it will get there. And that's when it'll be pretty much game over. Skynet has won, and
did you see Jonathan Montoya's?
No, I don't see much of his stuff anymore.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No.
Oh, I would say go take a look at a video that he created, and it was him sitting there. I don't know. He said it's AI, but it was pretty darn good. It was pretty darn good. And it was, even sitting there, even down to the ring on his finger, the background, it was really good. And it was a clone that seemed like he would be using to substitute for himself in some YouTube videos. Yeah, it was pretty good though. I have to say, I'm like, wow, okay, it is really getting where, yeah, it's going to take a good eye to detect it now. But those are just some of the tools that we'll be building in 2026.
But I will say one of the foundational tools that we started with to at least help us come up with the original content would be funnel scripts. And even that has evolved to include AI, if you can find it now, which is still out there, but I don't know what the program is called. But the guy that partnered with Russell to create funnel scripts, it's that timeless classic copy that gives you the foundation to write and expand on. So like you can take that copy and then put it into ChatGPT and say, do this with it, make it sound like this, yada, 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 and then kind of help it evolve. Or again, you throw the copy into Notebook LM, tell it to make you a video of the copy, and go from there. In fact, I started using it for my Seinfeld emails, which I'm sure you've gotten. In fact, I got to write my email tonight. But it's a good foundation. You can get a link in the comment below, at least in my video. Mark, you can throw your own link up after the video's up. But get it. It's not very expensive. It'll pay for itself. I promise you it'll pay for itself. And don't go through 2026 at all without having that tool in your toolbox to help you with your headlines, your body copy, building out your avatar, your perfect webinar. Like it will build your slides for you. So if you need slides, it will make your text slides for you. Because we saw that in the ClickFunnels group. Young lady said we needed our slides built. And the vultures were circling and the hyenas were commenting. I almost wanted to delete the post because again, you're kind of violating the terms and the rules of the group. But
someone said, props to you for giving the free resource.
Yes, like you can use Gamma, like AI or Notebook LM will make your slides for you for free, and they're good, and they're professional, and they can be branded to your brand. So there's in this day and age, I mean, unless you really, really want a PowerPoint done for you and paid for it, you can pay for it, but you don't have to. It's much cheaper, even with the free stuff, the free trials. You can get something done and the slides made. Heck, Canva might even be able to do it for you. Everybody has Canva now. I don't know anybody who doesn't have Canva.
All right. Can I show off my Gamma? It's going to be my Gamma. I created my 10 my 10 ways, my 10 best ways to leverage AI using Gamma, and I created this just based off of our video last week. You know that, Brandon?
All right.
And this is how it turned out. But this is just like this is the final page.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the final page. Nice design, graphics, and this came simply from a prompt, and it created the entire thing in seconds. And if you want this, AI tools is the comment. That's it. All right. Just showing that for a quick second.
There you go.
That's it. That's it. Awesome. 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 Yeah. Did we miss anything or
Nope,
Yeah.
I got it. I got everything in that I wanted to say. Don't fall into the guru trap. The first part of 2026, 2025 wasn't that bad. You'll be okay. Just keep the main thing the main thing. If you're just now getting started, now's the perfect time to get started. Pick one person that you can know, like, and trust. Feel free to reach out to us and we'll point you in the right directions. Obviously, we might be a little bit biased with Russell, but there are plenty of other coaches, consultants, and gurus out there that can help you out and point you in the right directions. And we've either worked with them or at least purchased their courses ourselves to put you in the right hands.
Okay. All right. And I can't forget, hold on one second. I cannot go without making one mention here. I know I'm already on there. Hold on one second. Nope, I don't want that. No, I have it. Hold on. All right. All right, hold on one second here. I just want to do something here. Yeah. Okay. Hold on one second. Thanks for holding in there with me while I do this here real quick. All right, there it is, right there. Hold on. All right, okay. Let me share this one last thing before we leave for the day, because it's a special day today, Brandon. It's a special day that that ClickFunnels Radio episode 798 was released today. And the special guest on that episode was myself, yours truly. And just want to show you, you can actually watch the interview wherever you watch your podcasts at, but this just happens to be the ClickFunnels Radio 798. What's up, Brandon? Look at that, man.
There you go.
the yeah, I had a great conversation with Chris and Tyler a week ago, and basically we did talk about the strategies that I'm using to grow my audience on social media. And I just wanted to point something out that that they said in the intro here, Brandon.
What's that?
It says that he is one of ClickFunnels' most recognizable ambassadors.
There you go.
I was like, okay, thanks for that. Thanks for that. I think it's just a real good episode. You know, I think my mindset now going into you know, I do have requests from every now and then to, you know, be a guest or just come on and talk about my journey a lot. And I think that we all have a journey that we're on, you know.
Mhm.
I think we all have a journey, and I think we all pretty much have some type of story to tell, and along our journey. And I just want to say, you know, wherever position you find yourself in, we were there at one time. We were there.
We might even still be there
Yeah.
at this time.
Yeah. We may have been there, or we might still be there at this time. But I think that we've both had that mentality that this is where we're going to be, and we are going to we're going to continue on this online journey, the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows. But it's a road worth traveling. You know, they say that if everybody was successful, if it was easy, then everybody would do it. You know, if it was easy, everybody would do it. And my mindset going in there is always just to tell, you know, the truth. And I think that's one thing that I like about us coming on and talking every week too, because Brandon and I, we're both just entrepreneurs in the streets, out here in these entrepreneur streets, running our business, using ClickFunnels to grow. And then we come on every week and we talk about it. We talk about what's working. We talk about what's not working. And then we let we let you decide. We let you all tell us what's working for you too. We're always here to help too. That's always a fun part too, right, Brandon?
It's always fun helping. In fact, I got a call coming up on Saturday morning to help a young lady just check and see why her emails aren't hitting the inbox or being delivered. So looking forward to that call. And she's like, let me know how much it costs. I was like, don't worry about it. Like, that's just what I do. I help out. It's not a hard task to hop on a call and take a look at a DNS record that takes 15, 20 minutes to do, and then point you in the right direction. It's like those little things that just giving back, because a lot's been given to me, and I just want to pay it forward. Now, if you're looking for a multi-location report on SEO status and what you need to do to make sure you rank higher, yeah, I'm going to charge you money for it. But if you just hop on a quick call, check something out technical on the back end, free. In fact, I did it 2 years ago for another funnel hacker that was just kind of getting started. It needed to clean some stuff up and get her emails delivered. And as soon as I fixed her stuff, emails hit the inbox, fixed her landing pages. She grew a 10,000 person list in like a month, which was like crazy stupid. And she's doing all right now. So yeah, so that's
helping.
That's my helping. Just helping the comments.
Yep, absolutely.
Don't try to sell, just help in the comments.
Yeah, and when you help, it's just a natural progression that they're going to ask you to move forward. Check out the episode on ClickFunnels Radio, episode 798, wherever you watch your podcast at. You can find it at Spotify and on Amazon Music. It's always a pleasure coming in here and talking to you every week. That's it.
We got 52 episodes this year. We got to hit them all.
Absolutely. Let's keep it going. Other than that, that's it. Stay safe out there, everybody. Happy New Year's, and we will see you